Okay, well, hello friends. Welcome if you are indeed watching to another Prefect 99 live stream. I'm very sorry for the delay. So, what happened? Well, the persistent mode, which I'm going to suggest there should be another option, didn't give us the option to start back where we left off, or where we departed from. So I had to enter the runway, come back down, shut down, etc. So I'm going to probably skip all of the first flight of the day stuff, but I think it would be good if one of those persistent saves, not just entering the runway or on the approach, if one of those saves was the last departure point, cold and dark. Maybe, I don't know. Or maybe I'll get in the habit of saving it. I'm not quite sure how I do that. Anyway.
Welcome to Hot Start Flight Support. How can we help you today?
So, this is today. 3 crew, 4 packs, yes, jet, AC, and that will do us.
Of course, Captain. I'll get that organized for you right away.
Thank you, Jenny. So, back out to the jet again. And we'll hop in, get everything done. We might be a little bit late now. Here we are, back at the mighty aeroplane. Doors open. So, let's just do a quick walk around while everything arrives. Stow the covers. The nose pin is not in. And there you go. You can press that and check, and it says the wing feels to be clear of ice. Because of course you could run your hand on it. There's an interesting. Maybe that is due to enhanced skyscapes. Wing looks serviceable, no dents. We're on a slightly different stand now. 37 I put us on instead of 42 where we left off. Not that that's much of a drama. Check the static wicks, etc. Flap tracks, they're quite chunky on this. Gear doors, they poke out a long way, don't they? And everything else looks serviceable. We could. No, we can't check the oil level because I don't think it's had 15 minutes since shut down. Maybe we'll do that once we're a little bit further through the checks, which of course would be a little bit odd, but why not? So, brief walk around done. Aeroplane looks serviceable. Circuit breakers all appear to be in. I'm going to do the fuel panel now, and excuse having the frame rate counter up. I know you guys can't see it, but I am watching my frame times because I am getting itchy to purchase a GPU, even though they are phenomenally expensive at the moment. So, we are back in the seat. So, circuit breakers, switches checked. Overhead switches, I think I went through them all very quick and dirty. Shutdown, they all look okay to me. The nose steering, that's quite important, is off. Landing gear levers down. Thrust reversers are stowed. Flight spoiler is up. Flaps and position match. ADG stowed. Landing gear emergency release. That didn't work. Lap test works. And we can't do the rest. So, with that in mind, put the battery on and you'll see the engines are still warm. So, all the cautions we would expect. What do we expect? Aileron monitor. Anyway, 22 volts. We have 25. And we'll do the fire X's, etc. Now, is that... No, looks alright to me. So, while we wait for ground power, let's do those fire X. So, 2, 3, 4 squibs, and the APU. Fire detector warning. 2, 3, 4, 5.
Overheat.
3 red, 3 green.
Overheat. Jet pipe. Overheat.
There isn't anything on the top, it's just those.
Jet pipe. Overheat.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Caution. So that's those checked. And then once we get AC, which we've got, take that online. AC and DC electrics. External power, bus is checked. Happy, the nav lights were already on. Cockpit lights. I should map this to a switch. I know other people have. I don't think I've got a spare one. Doesn't really matter. There we go. Works.
Flight compartment checklist. AC and DC electrics.
Checked.
Nav lights, logo light.
Now that's interesting. X-Pilot's not working.
Cockpit lights. Lamp test. Duct monitor.
So let's have a look in the plugin admin. X-Pilot on, running. It's not giving me the option to connect, which is odd. Interesting. I don't know why that is. So you'll just have to excuse me a moment. While I just load it back up. So it seems to be stuck waiting for an X-Pilot connection, which is really odd. Can we... a little refresh and a tickle there seem to work. Reloading the plugin, how odd, how very, very odd. Don't know if that's made any difference to anything for us. So, duct monitor. Or switch.
Bleed air. Duct.
5 warnings and the oral. And then what we can do is we can box the CAS so that we just get what changes. Loop A, loop B.
FMS database status.
Well, that will definitely need changing. "19th of May" is valid, so it has updated. We didn't do that though, so it... There we go.
FMS flight plan uplink, ATIS.
We'll do in a moment because I think Fuel Guy is here. So 3370, because that's what we loaded up for departure. So we're not going to need a lot more. $893, that gives us 45-minute reserve just because the weather is somewhat changeable. The TAFs and everything don't look too bad, but it's certainly a little bit bubbly over the UK. Rainy, etc.
All right, Captain. Fuel truck is hooked up. Just let me know how much fuel you need. Or would you like to go tanks full today?
Definitely not tanks full, but you can see it's a lot warmer, so we're getting less kilos per litre, so we're going to need more litres of fuel. That's going to cost us more as well. So we need 893 divided by 0.787. Gives us 1134.68 litres. So there's a reason for you not to go filling up when it's very hot. It is 40 degrees in Seville today, so I think we're going to have to start the APU up because we're going to start roasting. So with that in mind, I'm going to add, let's go up to about 1200.
All right, I'm going to go start up the pump.
And then I am going to pop the APU on once that's done. Can you refuel with the APU running? There's an interesting question, isn't there? I can imagine why you couldn't. Just looking through the cheat sheet. Let's just do the shut-off test quickly. Yeah. I'm not going to bother with the centers. Happy. So, fuel temperatures. I'm still looking right, APU. No, I'd have to really dig through the FCOM to find that out. Or ask on the Discord, I suppose. Anyway, let's set the rest of the flight where we'll wait for the fuel. I'm going to connect to VATSIM. I am going to load up Volanta. Done. We do appear to be the only one here, which is also fine. So yeah, all I could do is apologise for the last one. I used to OC the GPU and it didn't really like it. Well, it certainly doesn't like it in X-Plane. I took that off and I don't know why it has turned itself back on. I might get rid of Afterburner though, it is a useful tool. Although, as I say, I am itching to get a new GPU. I'm still a little GPU limited, and so I think that might not be a bad idea, except it is exorbitantly expensive. So, thinking about that. Where did we get to? Flight plan, uplink, let's do that. It is not in there, is it? It's in route menu, flight plan recall, and we are going from Seville
Stop too early, Captain. Do you need more fuel?
to KB. Ah, right, so we need to fill up the center tanks.
All right, I'm going to go start up the pump.
Come on, let's stand up, there we go. 4263, we're going to have a bit more than that. Excellent. all those open. And I forgot to send that like an idiot. There we go. Let's send that through.
Anti-skid.
That was quite quick. Anti-skid in test, and the tail relief solenoid is open. Expect that.
Nose door.
Okay, that
Hydraulic 3A pump.
clear.
Refueling is complete, Captain. Do you need anything else? Okay, just one quick signature on here, and I'll be on my way.
So he gave us just under 1200.
Here's a copy for your records.
Thank
Have
you.
a nice day.
You too. Right, we've got some step climbs on the route, but we'll figure that out in a moment. 4340. Two, three, four. He's told us he's turned everything off. So that is gradually filling. And with that in mind, I'm going to go back to the power fuel. EGT is still warm because it's only just run. We've done the checks. So we'll get the APU started at 1335. There we go, it is starting. I'll start the chrono. So nose door is clear. We'll do the 3A pump.
Brake pressure.
Inboard 3000 psi.
Parking brake.
Parking brake set.
Nose door.
We will check that is closed, so let's go outside with our sun cream on. And what am I saying? It is not there because I didn't put it back in, so we didn't need to do that.
Hydraulic panel and pumps.
So we can off on all of them. They all give 3000 psi. They're only at 15 degrees, which is surprising. They must be insulated. And then we switch them all to auto.
Electric panel.
So Gen 1, Gen 2 are off.
AC DC utility switch.
So what I'm going to do, no, not yet. I will switch over in a second once we've had that warm up. Actually, it's pretty hot, so let's go APU on, that off, AC/DC utility on,
Start ignition panel.
all out, lights out.
Fuel panel.
So that isn't first start of the day, is it? 2 green, 2 whites, 2, 3. No change left off. That's not good. That's not good at all. So that's a complete crasted desktop again. So this may be another abandoned flight. I'm not happy. I'm really, really not impressed. What can we do about that? Not sure, to be honest. So I'm going to kill the stream there. Think about whether I can be bothered to do this or not, because it's a decent enough flight time. We could do it later, but I don't really want to be taking off at 7 and landing late. I suppose we could. It's just nicer to do it in the daytime. Equally, I would be most upset if I were to buy your GPU and have the same issues. These are definitely driver or GPU related issues. So that is giving me something of a headache. And that's with the overclock turned off. So not a lot I can do there. The GPU temp is not particularly high, 60 odd degrees, so that's not really been ramped up. I know it was working. Maybe not as hard as it could be, but it's still doing something. I'm not sure. So I will dig out the logs and have a think about whether I want to fly again later or not. So again, apologies, and hopefully I'll see you again soon.